So I have to review who you motherfuckers are once more again. I study your patterns again. I'm gonna take a fucking hit. Every time you attack me, you reveal who you are. Every time you choose to hate me, when I never did anything to hate you, you're choosing to be a hateful person. You're choosing not to evolve. What do you do when you choose to? You're choosing not to change as people. You're choosing to not give someone a basic level of love and respect that earned plenty of times for you by showing up for all you ungrateful motherfuckers. We did all the shit you said we couldn't do. We show you enough love to even show up for you in the first place, even though we know all you do is attack us because you're terrible people who don't want to change yourself. And you always bring up shit about cleaning because you know that's something I don't give a fuck about, and that's the only weak point you attack me with. So you always study my weak points just to employ these stupid fucking manipulative tactics that used to work on me in the past. You used to get me clean my place back when I would do everything you say you did that you want me to do, right? You used to could do that. Now you can't get me to do anything you say because I don't have. There's no law saying I have to clean for you. Okay, there's no law saying I have to do anything you say. I don't have to do anything you say, man. And every time I decide to not do what you say, I'm choosing to do what I really want to do. And I'd rather do what I really want to do than waste time doing what you want me to do, okay? It doesn't matter how much you clean the outside cup when the inside cup is dirty. You spend all this time cleaning all the outside shit, all your outside appearances. You clean all the stuff on the outside, right? But you don't clean the internal person you are. That's the only person you need to clean anyways. It doesn't matter how much you clean on the outside. You clean the outside of the fucking cup, just like it said in my Bible. Just like you Pharisees admit who you are. You spend all this time cleaning your outward appearance to make you feel like you're righteous, but you never take the time to clean the inside of the cup. And the only reason that you do that because you don't want to work on your internal health. No, you work on every external thing, but not yourself. And the only thing that really matters is your internal stuff, anyways. You can clean all you want on the outside, but that same cup, if it's dirty on the inside, it doesn't matter how much you clean on the outside. You'll still be drinking polluted water. So don't act that you're doing all this internal work then, when all you're doing is external work to prove to me something that I don't care about. That you got to prove to me through external means that you're better than me. It doesn't matter how many times you clean the outside of the cup. Like I said, you never took the time to actually clean the inside of the cup, to clean that hatred off your heart, right? Because you're the same motherfuckers that you've always been. Hateful people. Weak people. That's all you are. Hateful, weak people. You hate on everyone else who's better than you. And so you make us feel bad for shit we don't even care about. So just to try to say we have some weak point that you can exploit. But why are you attacking someone I don't even give a fuck about then? Why don't you attack me for something I actually did then? Huh? You always attack me for weak points I don't give a fuck about, like pull-ups and shit when I don't even have the access to it at most times anyways. You never can say anything about my push-ups though. You can never doubt me when I say I can do all these push-ups. No. You can't doubt me all the times I show you everything that I said that you said you couldn't do, right? Every time you doubted me and said you couldn't go through all that shit, that you can survive all that psychological warfare, and I did. The very thing you said I couldn't do. Survive every single thing you weren't willing to do, and have actually evolved and choose to be a good person the whole damn time, while you was terrible people and never changed, and you kept being the same terrible people you always been. Because every time I give you a chance to show up as a different person, you always show up as the same person. Huh. I wonder who's the one making changes. Not me. It's not you. It's me. All right? You're the ones not making no changes, okay? You're making me feel bad for making changes when you made no change yourself. Every time you come at me with another attack of the same fucking brand of bullshit, you're doing the same bullshit manipulation tactics that you used on me in the past. It doesn't work on me no more. It might have worked on me in the past, but it doesn't no more. Because that's all you ever did. You attack me for things I don't even give a fuck about. But not the things I can actually do. Not the things I actually give a fuck about. Because you'd rather attack things that I don't even give a fuck about. Because I'm not good at the things that I don't give a fuck about. And that's the only reason you can ever beat me, is you make me feel bad for being not good at the things I don't give a fuck about. That's the only reason you can get at me. Right? You want to make me feel bad for something that I don't give a fuck about. Why should I care about it then? Right? Why should I care about it? You're the one that cares about that shit so much. Because you're the one that always points out if my apartment's dirty. Who else spends all their time criticizing someone else's apartment when you never even take the time to step in my apartment in the first place? So what am I supposed to do that for you for? I can do all this clean for you all you want. You'll never show up at my apartment and give me love. No. I can do all this for these women too. But they'll still not show up for me just because I clean my apartment for you. So what's the incentive for me then? You don't give me anything in return when I do that. You don't pay me for nothing I do. And you still think you get the right to tell me what to do when you never give me anything for what I do when I actually do it? No. And how many times I've showed up for you? How many times I've given you all this free content that you act like I'm not doing for you, like I'm never showing up for you, like I'm never being loyal for you when you was never loyal for me, like I was never been that good person that shows up and loves you rather than hates you, because you gave me every right to hate you. Because you hate me so fucking much. You can't stand that I'm a good person. So you want to drag me to your level, your hatred. And when I said I wasn't going to hate you, that I was going to love you, you want me to be just like you. So you force all this hatred out of me. You force me to say shit to you because I'm angry because you pissed me off. If you never pissed me off in the first place, I wouldn't have no reason to be mad. But you took away my habits from me, gave me only rage, only hatred, right? And you act like you was making me happy. You act like you was all helping me, like you was all supporting people. How come you never support me any of the times I ever supported you, huh? Every time I show up for you, what do? You didn't do the same for me. Every time I compliment you never compliment me. Every time I say I'm proud of you, you said I'm proud of me. No. Not even my own dad can say he's proud of me. My own dad can't even show me the one thing I really wanted out of anything from my dad. That's all I wanted from my dad, was him to say he's proud of me, but he can never say that for me. Just like you can never admit what I do when I do it. You can never be proud of me for anything I do. And you act like you ain't haters. You act like I'm such a hater. And I'm such a bad person. How come you don't ever acknowledge when you're bad people to me? Think about how bad you were to me, dude, before you ever think I was a bad person. And you deserve to hear this shit. You deserve to hear you're bad people. Because you are. It's always the weakest motherfuckers running their mouth, right? All the weakest motherfuckers gotta talk about me and make me feel bad for myself, just to feel powerful. How come I'm not even talking about you? Until you force me to respond to your stupid shit because you keep fucking pushing my buttons, right? How come I never even think about you, right? I don't even know who the fuck most of you are. You know who the fuck I am, okay? How come I don't know who the fuck you are then? What? How come you think I'm more important than I think you're important, right? I'm not watching your videos just to spend all my time criticizing you. But you're doing that to me. You're showing me that you care more about me than I even care about you, dog. I don't give a fuck what any of you think. Because you're a little bunch of insects, dog. Making these little comments online because you can get away with it online. Because that's the only way you can get away with saying this shit. You can't say it to my face. No, you can't. So you say it online. Because that's the only time you ever have confidence to talk shit about people. You get a little bit of confidence in your system because you drank a little bit of alcohol. And it took away that actual common sense that you had. That restraint that you should have had. And then you got confident enough to say those stupid words to me. You know what? I had enough restraint, which is real power. I had enough restraint to not kill you for all your shit the time you fucked with me. When I could have. You think I couldn't kill you? No. I chose to follow the laws of the Bible. And I actually chose to follow the real laws. That's why I didn't kill you. That's the only reason I never killed any of you. Because I want to be a good person. But you did all that shit to other people. How many times have you killed other people? How many times have you done bad things? I want to know. Because you want to say that you want to act like you're the good person. How come you breaking all the laws of the Bible and I'm not? How come I'm following the laws of the Bible and you're not? How can you honestly say you're the good people? When all you do is steal, all you do is lie, and all you is kill. Just what the enemy does, and how you've been just the enemy to me. You Pharisees, man. You motherfuckers up showing up just to accuse people. You are the Pharisees. You are Satan himself. You are the accuser, not the fucking friends that I always wanted. No, because real friends wouldn't do that to a real friend. Okay, don't act like you support me, though. And all you can do is hate me. You ain't no supporters, man. None of you are. None of you ever show up for me. None of you ever tell me any good things about myself. I always tell you good things about yourself when you deserve to hear bad things about yourself because you're terrible people. I even say good things about you, right? I always give you all the respect you didn't deserve, right? Just for doing basic amounts of push-ups, right? When you try to beat me in that push-up competition, because you want to beat me in something, you always want to beat me in something, right? You try to beat me in that push-up competition. I beat you, dog. Remember that shit. Every time you try to challenge me for some kind of fight or competition. Every time you do it, I just beat you anyway. And you look a stupid fool trying to even beat me in the first place. So why are you even paying attention to me then? Why are you even paying attention to me in the first place? You say you don't care about me so much, but how come you're even paying attention to me in the first place? Right? Why are you even watching my videos if all you can do is hate on me? Aren't you wasting your time, though? Who just watches some video just to hate on them? Except for one of the laziest motherfucking bombs that's possible. That's what you are. Because you waste all your fucking time hating on me when you could be working on yourself. You could be spending all that time you're hating on me, working on yourself. But what do instead? You spend all your time talking shit about other people, making other people feel bad for doing things you don't do, and then try to make us feel bad for the things we don't even do. Because that's what you have to do for your women who refuse to clean for you. Right? I don't understand why you do that. Because I understand your parents too, man. I see when you're doing all that shit for your women, and they're ungrateful for you. They don't ever give you respect for doing that. And you do that shit just for them. Because women are so lazy nowadays. They don't do anything for us men. And they force us men to do our shit for them. When they never even give us respect in the first place when we do that. They give all its conditions of love. Right? They make us do all shit for them when they never do anything for us in return. And we just give that to them. We just give them all the power that control us, man. And you did that, man. That's how I can tell you a bitch, man. When you literally care so much about my apartment, I don't give a fuck about your apartment. Because you're spending all this time looking at me, judging me, when you're not even judging yourself. Think about who you are as a person. Think about who you are as a person. You are judging me. You are judging me, okay? And who really takes their time to judge people? Anyways. Whoever takes the time to judge people. Fucking haters. I don't spend my time judging people, man. You spend all your time judging people, man. That's how I know you're the same ugly motherfucking haters on the inside. You don't change who you are on the inside. You don't take the time to heal, okay, like I did. And now what you want to do is bring me back to the same patterns of reaction to you. Making me angry, so I'll respond to you. Give you everything you wanted, that rage bait bullshit that you keep getting away with. But yeah, I can give that to you. But I also give you the truth when I'm yelling at you. And that's what you don't want to hear. You want me admitting that you're right or something. No, you're not. You want the truth and I'll give it to you. You ain't shit, motherfuckers. All your motherfuckers coming in my comments without even a profile pic, always having all this confidence to talk shit to me. You don't even have a profile pic. So even when you do that shit, you are not more confident than me, dog. I'm not afraid to show who I am. I'm not afraid to speak the truth. You are. You always tell lies. That's how you have any power. Because people believe your lies over me. You can tell all these lies all you want that you do all this cleaning. But you never provide any proof. I actually did provide a proof. And then you said there wasn't proof. Think about it, dog. All the times I did that shit for you. And you never appreciated it. And you still think you have the right to tell me what to do. When you never even appreciated me when I did. I give you so many times just to give me respect. I show up so many times for you, and all I ask for you to do in return for all the service I was doing for you, showing up for you, providing all this free content for you just so you mock me, right? Give you all this free entertainment, right? All I ever ask for you, since you never want to pay me any money, since you just can give me something free for once, right? Learn about what's real in this life. You can just give me your respect for free, all right? And that's what you could do. You can stop making me do shit for you and to give me respect. Haven't I done enough for you to get respect? Haven't I proven so many times I can fight? And you always send me motherfuckers to try to fight me? And I always beat them? And I have to go to jail for you? Because you constantly try to get me to react? How many times have you had to do that to me? How many times have you sent people after me? Sent your whole fucking crew after me just to take me down? When I never even cared about you in the first place, to even think about you, to even plot against you, to even devise me playing against you, to even know that you exist in the first place. I don't even pay attention to what you're doing behind the scenes. Because if you're still doing shit behind the scenes, you're already admitting me to who you really are on the inside. Terrible people. Evil, hateful people. I honestly don't give a fuck with you behind my back, okay? Anyone that's got to operate behind my back is a fucking piece of shit anyways. That's the only way you can stab me is behind my back. That's why you always do this shit. When you got my back turned, that's when you always stab me in the back. Because every time I give the options for you to show me any fucking love, you never do. And instead you choose to stab me in the back. That's all you do. How many times have you proven who you are to me? And I've proven that I'm a good person. And you still don't want to acknowledge it. You don't want to acknowledge anything I did. You didn't even want to acknowledge Jesus Christ, dude. The one person that can actually save you. So what do? You hate on me. And you earn that stay in hell where you belong, motherfuckers. Where you Pharisees belong. Because you're the same person that put me on the cross. All you Pharisees. That's what you are. You act like you understand Jesus and the law and God more than me. And you don't. You never had to live that law. You never had to live the laws of the Bible, did you? The one real laws that actually matter. No. You followed all these other people's law. You followed the laws of society, right? And they reward you for it. They give you everything you want because you followed their laws and their society to a T. And when you saw me not doing that and following God's law instead, you decided to ruin me. You tried to say I was a bad person because I followed the only laws that really matter. God's laws. Well, you was following all these stupid laws that society made up for you to keep you sheep to their system. I broke out of that by being a black sheep and being a free thinker. Unlike you crowd people that have no thoughts for yourself, no emotions for yourself, NPC motherfuckers. That's who you're proving to yourself to me. Every time you show up as an NPC motherfucker. Not even willing to show your face to me because you're so ashamed of what you look like. Because you hate yourself. Every time you can't provide a picture on your profile, what does that tell me about you? That you're not a confident person. You're only confident when you hide behind an anonymous pics where you never have to show what you look like. Because you don't want me to know what you look like. Because you're probably a fat piece of shit behind that screen typing all these paragraphs when you don't know shit about nothing. And you never do anything for anyone. But you want me to do something for you. Because you can get me to do that because I'm a good person. Well, guess what? You don't get nothing from me. You don't get nothing from me. I'm sorry for anything I did to you, okay? You don't deserve an apology. You should be apologizing to me. And what did I give you all this time when I showed it for you? The offering to show that to me, to like tell me you're sorry for fucking with me, and you don't. You don't say you're sorry. You don't say you thank you. You don't say you love me. You don't say any of the things that would let me know you're good people. No. The only things that matter to me is you saying those words, and you can't say those things because you can't say I'm proud of you, because the biggest flaw to any manipulators and bullies is being able to say any of those words because you can't. You can't force yourself to say it because you can't speak the truth. No. And that truth's not in you, though. That truth is not in you, Pharisees. The truth was in me. Every time I told you I love you, I was never lying about that. You acted like I lied to you when I said I love you. When have I ever lied about anything? Only like one time, and I stopped doing it because I realized why I did it. It's because of you motherfuckers forced me to lie. And if it wasn't for that, I would not have lied. You're the only reason I even had to lie in the first place. I never wanted to lie. But you forced me to break the laws that really matter just to follow your stupid laws. And you really think you're the good people. You follow laws that matter to this fucking society. And I only follow the laws that really matter to me, which is God laws. You're not good people just because you followed society's laws. Society rewards bad, evil people who only do evil shit. You know why? Because the very people that give you that power are the cops. And you're pigs. You are pigs. How come you always call the cops on me? Every time I want to dance and play music, You always make me turn it down. Even when I put it at the lowest volume, you always call the cops on me. You always start shit with me. You always involve the cops and act like you ain't snitches. Why do you always call the cops on me? Unless you're one of them. You're in bed with these cops. And you admit that the mafia, you motherfuckers, you gang members, all you motherfuckers that have this power in this neighborhood, you allowing the cops to give you that power. That's why you have all that power. Because they pay you to be evil people. And you continue on the cycles of evil, perpetuation of violence, just to keep their system alive. As long as you play that role good, as long as you start all this violence, you have reasons for me to go to prison so you can get away with your bullshit. Right? So you can get away with being evil people while saying I'm the bad guy. And I have to do the time for that shit. Every time I show you that I can't fight. So again, why do I gotta keep proving that to you? When all you do is use that against me, huh? Why do I have to respond to anything you say, man? Why did I even give you this time? Did you even give me respect? If I didn't care about you, if I didn't give you all these chances, you really act like I'm a bad person because I show up for you when no one else would have showed up for you like I did. No one else would have been loyal to you like I did. No one ever choose to love you like I did. No one would ever choose to forgive you like I did. And you act like I'm not Jesus when I did everything Jesus did for you when he first came to this earth. I did everything possible to love you. And it wasn't enough for you. None of the things I ever did for you, none of the sacrifices I made for any of you was never enough for you to give me love. Even though all I did, my whole life was about giving love to you. Because sacrifice is the ultimate form of love. Someone who's willing to sacrifice their whole life, every possible thing to make you happy, to give you love, is the real fucking sacrifice that anyone can make if they love someone. That's true love, okay? I represent true love. And you can't acknowledge that I'm Jesus. As if any of y'all did any shit. Who else of y'all? Who else of you Pharisees did what I did? Who else of you hadn't sinned, okay? You get to throw the first stone if you never sinned. Right? And now you can't. Because when you throw that first stone, you ain't even facing me. You're wasting time attacking me when I'm trying to save you. Why are you wasting time attacking the one person trying to save you? And acting like you good people. Acting like you Pharisees are good people. You spent all this time studying me, studying my Bible just to destroy me. That's the only reason you ever read the Bible. And that's why you want me to spend all this time reading the Bible when I didn't need to do that because I already spent all the time reading the Bible, memorizing, by living the words themselves. I lived the very words in the Bible to prove everything in the Bible. And you act like I don't understand the Bible. Like I need to spend more time studying. Haven't I understood the Bible way more than you? Haven't I actually lived the words of the Bible more than you? It's not just about understanding if you don't apply it. And none of you ever applied any of the laws of the Bible. And I followed those laws to a T. And you never did any shit. You never overcame any of the strings of the world. I overcame all the fucking strings of the world to finally break the strings of the matrix so I could leave the matrix. And that's why I'm safe from it. That's why they can't control me anymore. That's why they can't keep getting me to do shit for them. Because they have nothing they can offer me anyways in return. So I don't have to do anything to say. I already did everything they told me to do. I went through the psychiatric warfare. I did the time for all the shit that they told me I had to do time for when they made me go to prison just because I stood up to a bully. All right? I already proven who I am. I went through everything that you thought I couldn't go through. And I still chose to love you. And I still chose to not take vengeance on you, unlike you motherfuckers. You revealed who you was to me. The last time you ever got to talk to me, remember when you said to me that what you was going to do is something that hurts you. You're going to choose to continue on the cycle of violence. You're going to choose to kill someone, just go back to jail because you want to take vengeance on someone that hurts you. I didn't judge you for saying that. No. I wasn't there judging you and saying you're a terrible person. No. You already revealed it to me. Once you revealed it to me, you already revealed who you were. Just like you tried to destroy me. You took vengeance on me even though I didn't do nothing to you. And you're willing to do that on someone else just because he hurt you. You didn't move past this shit. That's what you didn't do. You still haven't moved past the need for vengeance. I've moved past the need for that. Because it doesn't prove anything to anyone. An eye for eye makes the whole world blind. So every time I play along with that, you do the same thing you do to me, it just makes the whole world blind. That's what you want me to do. You want to make the whole world blind because you want to be blind. Right? Instead of opening up your third eye and being an awake individual, you want everyone else being the same way. A bunch of sleep sheeps. That's why you waste all your time attacking me. Instead of me doing anything to you, I don't waste my time attacking you. Because I'm giving you also credit for nothing you did. Every time I respond to you, every time I give you any credit, every time I even react to you or give you the time of the day to even talk to me, you always show who you are. You give your fucking cards away instantly. And I already know I don't trust you now. And I block you instantly. So what are you accomplishing every time you talk shit to me? More, you just not even get to talk to me. And you won't even get to talk to me ever again if you keep doing shit. So you're just earning your time and attention then. Because I'm not going to talk to you anymore if that's all you want to do. Alright? And don't blame me for turning off the comments. Who wouldn't turn off the comments if that's all you ever did was disrespect me? Anyone would. Don't act like you wouldn't. The only reason why you can say this shit is because you never got as much hate as me. So you know what it's like to be hated as much as me. So you never had to do this shit. But I had to do this so much because you hated on me so much. And you do this to this other girl I like. You hate on her so much. You bully on her so much she had to turn off her comments too. Because you hate on pretty girls. Actual pretty girls. Who actually earn that hot body. Because they worked on their body. Right? You act like I'm so weird because I find them attractive. But you find them attractive too. But you don't want to admit it. You don't want to admit it though. Everything you make me guilty for, you're guilty for too. So why do you think attacking me is something like revealing something I don't know about myself? I already know everything I need to know about myself. I already proven exactly who I am. Every time you just choose to attack me, you're not revealing anything to me about that I already don't know about myself. You don't know more about me than I know about myself. So don't try to convince me you know more about me. You aren't even with yourself long enough to know who you really are. I'm with myself all the time. I know who I really am. And I'm with God longer than you because I spend all this time alone with God because he's the only person that ever talks to me. When you say you understand God more, you never spend alone time with him to not even know him. And you criticize me for doing it. The one thing you're not brave enough to do. You don't like spending alone time with God, do you? You hate God so much. That's why you attack me and you protect God. Because you really love God so much, why would you not be able to show God love? God shows you so much love. Why did you think God showed you all his love? Because God is love. And I realized who God was when he spent all the time with me as you never did. God knows real love. You don't know what real love is, okay? This world does not know what real love is. You know what I'm saying? I know what real love is. Because I've spent so much time with God, the one person that cares about me the most out of anyone in this world. He's the only person that really, truly loves me. Unconditionally. All you mortals know about is fucking conditional love. That's not real love. You know real love. That's fake love. You place all these conditions on people to be perfect in order for you to love them. And when they can't be perfect, you say all these negative things about them because nobody's perfect, okay? But you act like you're such perfect people because the spotlight's not on you all the time. It's easy for motherfuckers that are never in spotlights to always criticize the motherfuckers brave enough to go in the spotlight. I was willing to go in the spotlight, get all that fame, just to realize fame is not even important to me anyways. It was important to you. So when I let you have that fame that you didn't earn, I'm letting you have the spotlight. You want that spotlight so much from me, so you can have the spotlight. Take the spotlight from me. I don't get it. I don't give a fuck about fame. If I give you a credit and you get that credit and you still start feeling important because I react to you, then take that spotlight. Show to me that you ever do any of the things you say. Prove to me that you ever do anything you say. Then maybe I might believe you. Show a goddamn fucking picture of yourself if you're so brave then. You can't even show a picture of yourself online. Because that's how much you hate yourself. I don't mind showing who I am online. I don't mind people knowing who I am. I'd rather people know who I am than to fake some mask like you do to feel good about myself. To hide behind some fake anonymous profile pic to feel powerful. Obviously, you aren't even powerful if you have to use a mask just to feel powerful. I don't hide behind no mask. I show exactly who I am. And I don't lie about any things I say. And how come you can't trust what I say when I say I'm Jesus Christ? Who is telling you all the truth? Whoever tells you only truth besides Jesus Christ? Who of you are not liars? Every one of you have proven to me who you are because I took notes and I have a perfect memory, okay? So when you fucking did shit to me, I remember every single thing you did to me. So you can't convince me I forgot all about that shit. I never forgot any times you fucked with me, alright? I never forgot any times you lied to me. I remember every single time you lied to me. And I documented it in my mind as evidence against you. Well, you thought I had no evidence. You know why I did have evidence? In a place where you can't take the evidence from, my mind. You have evidence in documents. You have to write down all the evidence. I have evidence in the one place that matters most, my mind. And my mind doesn't lie to me. My mind is a good memory because I actually work on my memory, unlike you. And I remember every time you fucked with me, every time you thought you was getting away with it, I was documenting my mind. Right? Every time you played this manipulation tactics on me, I documented in my mind. And I broke those patterns. Every time you got some reaction, I stopped doing it. Every time you thought you was going to get some reaction, I stopped doing it. You thought you could beat me with lust, okay? I overcame lust. The second you thought I couldn't overcome it, when you brought all these fucking hot nurses into the room, just to get me with lust for one last time so you can control me with lust, so you get me in there longer, what did I do? I proved that I could break that lust and not give in to your bullshit. And that was the last thing I did to break your matrix. I overcame lust. And I stopped being on a cross for you. I walked right off that cross. The cross you put me on. Because you nailed me on that cross with all that shit you did. You nailed me on the cross with that lust, right? With all the things you could keep me on the cross with. To keep me suffering for you. When I finally realized that I can choose to not even save you, that I can choose to walk away from the cross anytime, I decided to do a reasonable thing. When I decided to play the same manipulation tactics you thought I never could do on you at the right possible moment that I could do it, make a joke out of you and your suffering, and not even give you any respect because you didn't earn it. I did the same manipulation tactics you do on me, but you at least earn that shit. Because instead of giving me any respect, all you do is hate on me. So I didn't give those hot bitches any respect. I didn't call them hot. I didn't even get turned on by them. Normally, that manipulation works on me when I'm not seeing who they really are behind the flesh, right? Like how all you men see them. Once I learned about looking through people, seeing who they are as people, their actions, right? Your actions speak louder than your words. And you're not your actions, okay? So when you're doing all this fucking thing, pretending you're hot and you earn all that hotness, when you all do Ozempic and fake ass shit, GOP medications, and fucking starve yourself to look hot, and I don't have to do any shit to be hot. Oh, really? You told yourself in that moment that I have a hot body. You said you had a hot body, right? You didn't say that to me. You gave yourself all this credit. You gave yourself a compliment and said you have a hot body. And you want me to agree with you. You want me to say the same thing. You want me to agree with you, give you a compliment. You know you never give me compliments. No, I decided not to. For once, I can give you anything you didn't deserve. And you didn't even earn that body. Because you admitted that to me in the class. You only can talk about nutrition, right? That's the only way you can ever be healthy people. You should talk about all this nutrition that you think you understand. And guess what? I don't give a fuck about that shit. You still don't rely on nutrition to be powerful people, right? Eating the right food, eating healthy just to be healthy people. Waterproofing, you don't need any of this shit to be healthy. You can literally starve yourself all the time and barely even eat and still make muscle growth without any of their food, without any of their poison. You still need their poison to be powerful. I don't even need to eat. There's points to eating when you already can get the same amount of protein just from drinking coffee. And that takes away your appetite. So you don't even need to eat. Most days I don't eat. There's points to eat. I'm getting all the protein I need from dark matter, which is really just all you need anyways to build muscle. You just need energy to build muscle. And that also has protein in it because it's a bean, and all beans ever are, if you ever do research, are protein. There's not one bean that doesn't provide protein. So that means coffee provides you protein. That means you don't even have to eat then. You can literally only drink coffee and fast all the time for God to honor him in your temple by not eating their poison constantly, by choosing to release that worldly lust over food, that gluttony, right? I chose to give up gluttony, to stop loving food so much that I place it above God, okay? And it's not above God, okay? I don't need to make that my main reason I live or my main reason to be happy. That's what you want me to do. You took everything away from me, offered me the bare necessities just like food, and you made me feel grateful just to even have food. I gave you all the respect. I told you thank you for the times you helped me. That's the only way you can ever prove to me that you love me, just by giving me food. I did that shit. I said thank you for that shit. I honored your animal sacrifices and blessed all your food for you. While you didn't do any shit. You didn't pray for your food. I was doing it all for you. And again, y'all couldn't even fucking eat the food that they gave you. You wasted all their fucking food. Why didn't waste any of this shit? I ate every single bit they gave me because I'm grateful for what I have, and I don't waste animal sacrifices like you do. You wasted the very sacrifice that I blessed you with. I blessed your food and you didn't even eat it all. Why did you do that? You revealed why you did it to me. The last day you was with me. When you thought it wasn't studying your manipulation tactics. Y'all was all doing that on me again. You did all this starving shit because you saw me do it. And you want to do it yourself. Just to see how hard it really was. And it was so hard for you to do that. I didn't even ask you to do that. I never asked you to starve yourself for me to accept you, no. I never said one time that you gotta starve yourself just because I do it. Just because I do it doesn't mean you have to. You don't have to do that shit for me, man. Because real conditional love wouldn't make you do anything for me. I'm not making you do anything for me to love you. I know it's hard to believe because you're used to me by people always giving conditions for your love. So you do all this shit for me to show me that you love me. Except the one thing that really showed me that you love me was just give me a hug and tell me you love me. So you did all this shit for me when that really wasn't going to help me love you anyways. I already loved you just the way you was. I never did that. I never made you do anything for me, okay? I never put any conditions on why I loved you. All right? You put all that shit on me, all right? All you motherfuckers that judge me constantly, make me go after this perfect standard that's impossible to fit. You put all that shit on me. And I decided to do all that shit because you couldn't ever accept me the way it was. Right? Because you couldn't accept me when I was bulking. So you always made fun of me for being fat. And then I stopped bulking. But you asked for that shit, okay? I had to do that shit. I had to start fasting. Because that's the only way you couldn't manipulate me with your fucking bullshit tactics. You try to always make fun of me for doing the very thing you do yourself. But I don't do it no more. Because all you ever do is make fun of me anyways for having it. For eating all this food anyways. So I just do what I want to do now. And I honor God by praying and fasting. Not because I want to look good for you. That's what you do for me. Right? You do all this shit to prove that you love me. By fucking copying off me and starving yourselves to be skinny for me. I never asked for you to do that. So you did all this shit for no reason. You wasted all this food just to be better. Just to compete for my attention, man. When I would have accepted you just the way you was, never asked you to do any shit. So you did that yourself. I didn't force you to starve yourself. Just because I do it doesn't mean I make you do it. You don't have to do any shit I do. You don't have to do one of the things I do, okay? I never required any of that shit for you, for me to love you, okay? And you made all these impossible standards for everyone. You created all these impossible standards. You created vanity, alright? You said I'm so vain, I'm shallow. But you created that shit. You were starving yourself and I didn't need to starve to look good. Because I actually exercise. I actually use that fuel to train. That's why I'm not fat. That's why I don't need to starve myself. So when I was eating all this food and you was wasting all this shit, You was doing everything you didn't need to do. You was starving yourself because it's easier to do than to actually work out. That's what you all do. That's what all you bitches do to get that good body that you want me to respect so much. All you ever do is starve yourself to get it. You don't work out. You take all this GOP, Ozempic bullshit, and you starve yourself just to look skinny enough for us to love you. That's not what true hotness is anyways. You think we care so much about that? About how much you can starve yourself? That's what the Pharisees do. The Pharisees starve for the outward appearance, just like I said in the Bible. The Pharisees starve themselves just for the outward appearance of righteousness, without cleaning the inner righteousness, the inner deceit that's in them, so they would even have a righteousness on the inside. No. You're doing all this fast for vain reasons, okay? That's what you're fasting for. Vain ass reasons. Because real strength doesn't need to do all that shit to love that person, man. Real strength decides the right thing to do in that situation. And the right thing for you to do, if you was actually willing to make progress, like I told you to do, was exercise. But what was y'all doing instead? Fasting, when I never told you to do it. And it wasn't even for the right reason. It was for vain reasons. To get away with being lazy bitches that don't want to exercise. That's why you fasted. You never had to do that shit again. I'll prove you didn't have to do that shit. I ate all the food. I didn't waste the food. I was still in better shape than you bitches. I didn't have to starve myself. I hadn't waste any God's blessings that He gave me. Any of His provisions that He gave me. And you always waste food. Just like all these wasteful Americans. Wasting food. All because you want to be skinny. Wasting actual animal sacrifice. God's fucking actual blessings that you take for granted. All so you can get away with not even exercising so you can be hot for us. You revealed all your tactics to me right that day. Once I seen all the reasons why you can even claim that you're hot, I couldn't even see you as that hot person anymore. I saw past all that bullshit that you pretend to be on the outside. And I saw you for who you was on the inside by all the actions you speak. And you speak all those actions too. I collect all that data. And what did I do? I didn't react to you. I didn't give you the reaction you want. I didn't give you that lust that you wanted me to do. Because you could always do it on me before. When I was always reactive. When I didn't realize who you was. Once you gave away every fucking manipulation tactic card you could give to me. And you let me read all it. I saw all your moves. And I stopped reacting to that. I stopped giving you bitches any credit for something you didn't deserve. I stopped thinking about you. I stopped loving you. I stopped spending any time lusting after you and wasting all my time lusting after you when you only used to manipulate me. It's just wasting my time. And I did that. I overcame that lust in that moment. The moment you thought I wasn't going to overcome that shit. When you had all these hot nerds in the room watching me, normally that would get me to react. Old me would have reacted to that. Old me would have got horny over these bitches, okay? Like I always do. Because I'm always horning around hot bitches. You could always do it in the past. And you always got me to do that. What happens every time I did it, though? Every time I gave in and I jacked out in front of you, what did you do? Collected evidence against me just to keep me in that mental hospital longer. The first time I did this shit and you got that reaction, you got the very thing you wanted. I gave you everything you wanted. I gave you that reaction. I jacked off right in front of you. Or y'all was all watching. And all you did was use that against me to keep me in the mental hospital longer. Use that as the reason to keep me in that mental hospital longer. Because I was only meant to stay in there for a day. But you had to come up with some reason to keep me in there longer. So you did the one thing you manipulate bitches do to every other man. You employ the best tactic that you ever can do on a person who has a lot of testosterone. You employ lust on them. Really, go. Really, who are you as people, man? Who are you as people, man? Are you really hot people? Are you nurses really getting hot? I see you for who you are on the inside now. And I don't judge you based on the outside anymore. Because that would be giving you too much credit. I see you for who you are now. Because you gave away all your manipulation tactic cards on me, trying to attack me. Now I see you exactly who you are, and I don't react to any shit anymore. I don't react to the times you use lust against me anymore. Alright, I chose to overcome lust in that moment. To choose seeing people through the eyes of love. And when I looked at you people, I didn't see any love. You're evil, bitch. That's what you are. You don't even know what love is. You don't know what lust is. That's why you always manipulate me with lust. I don't care about your lust. I care more about love anyways. And as long as you don't become a loving person, you're not a good person. You can be hot as fuck. You can even make me lust for you. But you don't ever show me any love anyways. You can only show me what lust looks like. And lust is not the same as love, okay? Because I can lust over you all you want, but it doesn't make you good people, okay? Just because I can lust over you. When all you do is use that against me anyways. Just think about why you're even using it against me in the first place. If you're such good people. Why do you feel like you need to use my own desires against me then? And not give me the one thing I really want, which is love. Are you really good people then? No, you're not. I see you for who you are. I chose not to react to any of you. I didn't give you that reaction that last time you thought you was going to get me to get horny around you and jack off right in front of you. Because you always got me to do that in the past. And you got all these women around me. All these hot women around me. Well, you didn't get me that to do it at that moment. I chose not to react to you. I chose to laugh at you, though. I chose to make a joke out of all this. And just laugh it off. Play the Joker role perfectly. And I passed that test perfectly. I didn't react to you at all. I didn't give you anything you want. Overcome the very lust you say I could never overcome. And I give you every evidence to prove that I don't need your lust no more. Alright? I don't need to spend any more time thinking about you anymore. Because all it's doing is giving you all this power. And then you never give me anything in return. Not one time. You never show me that you ever care about me. Because what are you doing when you're watching me? All you're doing is taking notes against me of how you can strike me the next time. We're using the same tactics. Every time you see something that works on me, you keep applying the same tactics. You're the liars and manipulators, though, that I'm talking about. You are the motherfuckers that are evil, not me. I'm not trying to manipulate people with lust, like you try to say I am. You're the ones trying to manipulate me with lust. And when I give that to you, you say I'm trying to manipulate you. Why do you think I'm even doing that in the first place? Because you're manipulating me in the first place to even do that. And I give you everything you want, and you say that I'm doing all these things to manipulate you. But you're doing that to me in the first place, to get me that reaction. How am I manipulating you, though? Because I'm giving you everything you want, all the reactions you want. Because you use all these attacks on me all the time. I'm not even using that shit on you. I'm not trying to get you to watch me when I'm jacking off, but you do it anyways. Every time I'm in my room, you gotta have all these nurses checking on me the whole fucking time I'm in there, and act like you ain't paying attention to me. How come I always see you when you're looking at me? You always be looking at me, peeking through the window, peeking through the door, even though I didn't ask you to do that. And saying you don't care about me. And why are you even paying attention to me in the first place? Why you gotta spend all this time paying attention to me in the first place? Just to use all this shit against me. Again, do you see me spending any time wasting it stalking you, okay? No. Do you see me doing the same things you're doing to me? Spying on you, talking all this shit about you behind your back, forming all these plots against you with all this group of fucking haters? Do you see me doing the same thing you're doing? No. Do you see me even giving you any credit at all for what you did to me? No. You don't deserve that credit. So when you try to act you as my friend, you don't deserve the credit of being my friend. You was never my friends. Don't come around later. Don't come around later when I don't show up for a while. And after you miss me again, when I'm not there to manipulate again, and after you suddenly now care about me, that's not real love, okay? None of you know what real love is anyways. All you ever showed me was cruelty. That's all you ever showed me. That's all your world ever showed me. Every single time I came to this world to save you, all you ever showed me is cruelty. And all I ever showed you was love. And all you ever did was deny Jesus, the very person that could save you. The first time Jesus came, you did the same thing. You didn't accept Jesus the first time he came. You didn't even know he was. You all committed all these crimes against him, stole from him, hurt him in so many ways, put him on the cross because you convinced everyone that he was a bad person, that he needed to go through that. Right? Instead of actually making the actual person who actually deserved that suffering go through it, that murderer, Barabbas, you chose to punish Jesus, a good person, make him go through the crucifixion, even though he did nothing to deserve it, just like you did to me. You made me sacrifice my whole life, everything to you, just to show you that I was willing to save you. And I did. I showed up for you more times than anyone else ever showed up for you. And that all the times I do, you just take me for granted. You always hate on me. I really wonder who's the good people now. I really wonder. Is it the person always showing up for people and not getting anything in return just because he loves people enough to show up for them? Or is it the motherfuckers that show up only to hate on people? I think y'all are the terrible people. You motherfuckers that only show up just to hate on me. And nobody ever shows me any love. How come that's all you can do now? How come you can't even show love when I ask for it? How come you're incapable of loving people? And you go act you're good people. You gotta act like I'm a bad person. How you acting like I'm a bad person? Why do you think you're good people, man? Why can you honestly say that? Because you can convince everyone else to believe that, and they'll believe it. Because they'll believe everything you say, and they won't believe anything I say. Even though I always prove what I say that I can do, I always do. And you never prove anything you say. Why does anyone trust you over the one person telling the truth out of anyone? How come anyone can trust you? All you motherfuckers ever do is lie. And all these motherfuckers give you so much credit and believe what you say over the one person you telling the truth all the time. I wonder who you really are, I've already proven who I am plenty of times that I am Jesus Christ. And you all do the same thing. Don't even acknowledge who I am. Just like the first time Jesus came to save you, you don't even acknowledge who Jesus is when he's right there to help you, when he's the one person that could actually save you. And you choose to punish us over the one who actually deserves to be punished, a murderer. You treat us just like a murderer when we never killed anyone. You punished us for murdering people when we never even murdered people. Right, that's what you did. You acted like some murderer when I never killed a single fucking person because I never had to. Because I didn't want to break God's law. And I chose to follow God's laws this whole damn time. And I didn't kill any of you. While you was the one doing all the killing. Proving to me that you were murderers. And I'm not. And I went through that crucifixion process. Because instead of y'all having to go through that, what did y'all decide every single time? To punish the good person who did nothing wrong in the first place. That's why you made me go to prison. Just because I thought something. I didn't even kill that person though. But you treat me just like a murderer. You treat me just like a murderer. Putting me through that shit. Punishing me though. In every single possible way. In every psychological warfare way you can possibly torture someone. You torture me every single way that you do on all these other men. And you did it to me. And you didn't get away with it. Because I stopped playing that game finally. The game you thought I'd never break. You maybe go through that crucifixion process. Dying, that old person dying, alright? You forced that old person to die. Because I had no choice. That's the only way I was able to get through the crucifixion process that she put me through. And I did. That's how I got through all that shit. That's how I survived all the psychological warfare that she did on me. By proving all your tactics are the same shit that you always do. Don't always on men. You can always get men to like you because you can get them lust over you. That's all you do on all the men. You get us to like you because you can get us to lust over you. Right? And so you do all this shit just for us to like you, man. You fast and you starve yourself and you take all these medications just to play this role being a perfect person, like this perfectly looking person for us. But that's not really what makes you hot, okay? I respect motherfuckers more that work out to get that body, okay? Because they at least earn that privilege to say they're hot. But I see all the times you don't do that shit. All the times you never train around me to prove that you actually train. And I always train around you. I prove that everything you say I can't do, I prove it to you in person. That exactly what I do on social media is exactly who I am in real life. Because I provide all the proof to say that I am exactly who I say I am. And yet you still deny who I am. When do you ever prove anything to me, huh? When do you ever tell the truth to me, huh? When are you ever not lying to me, huh? And yet motherfuckers take your side on me. How can you even think I'm a bad person? Honestly. After all the shit you made me go through, and I went through just to prove I can go through it. How much time can you waste attacking me, though? Why are you wasting all this time anyways to attack me, huh? When I'm not even doing anything to you, though? Again, I wouldn't even show you up all those times in the first place if I didn't love you. When I showed up the last time at that last mental hospital, I had the option to go back home or go to that hospital. And you know what? I chose to go to the hospital, even though I know you wasn't going to help me. Even though I knew you was going to make me suffer. I chose to go through another round of suffering. Another round of your psychological warfare. Just to show up for the real ones. The real lost sheep. The real black sheep. The ones that I'm actually for, okay? I showed up for those people again. Most of y'all people wasn't my sheep, though. No. When I came there to show you who I was again, by proving I can go through it again, going another crucifixion process for you, what did you do? Fucking every single time I do. You make me suffer all this fucking sleep deprivation shit. And I go through all that shit. I survive all that shit. Every time you wake me up every time I'm trying to sleep. You just make me go through all that shit, and I do all that shit. And I prove everything I said I could do, that I can keep going this shit as many times as possible. So every time you try to make me go to these places, I can get through that shit. You're not even fuck with me, dog. So why you keep making me go to the same places and say you're helping me? All you're proving to me is that you keep trying to do shit to attack me. Because you're wasting all this time to attack me when I'm not even attacking you. So who really are the bad people, The person that's not even attacking you at all, that's not wasting any time on you. Right? I'm not wasting time attacking you, okay? I got better things to do with my time than attack people. That's the shit that you motherfuckers do with your time. You waste all your time attacking other people. Instead of making progress in life, just like me, rising with me, you rather attack me than rise with me. That's how weak you are. That's how weak all you motherfuckers are. All you motherfuckers behind these fake anonymous profiles, you're the weakest motherfuckers I've ever seen. And you act like you're so superior. Just because you got me to react to you. The only reason I'm reacting in the first place, you deserve the real truth being told to you. Did you want to act like you're such superior people? I'm telling you exactly what you need to hear. You're not superior to me. So don't act you're better than me. Just because you can clean better than me. Fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck about that. That's what you care about, so stay in your lane then. I never acted like I give a fuck about it anyways. You made me want to care about shit. I never really cared about it anyways. I only did that to show you that I can do that shit. And I did. I provided you plenty of food. Every time I did clean. And what'd you do? You never gave me credit anyways. How many times I gotta prove that shit, man? You always do that shit to get me to do more shit for you. And every time I do, you don't even give me respect anyways. So why should I have to do anything you say? You give me nothing in return for any times I do anything for you. Not even basic respect. You're the worst people on this planet. And that's what you need to learn. Every time you attack me, you already reveal it to everyone. Not just me. Everyone from the rest of the time that ever sees your goddamn stupid profile is not going to see you for who you are. Because I revealed to everyone who you really are. When all you do is hate on me, you're the fucking haters, not me. When you accuse me for the very thing you're guilty of, hatred, say I'm such a hateful person, and all you've ever exemplified is hatred, and all I've ever exemplified is love, how are you honestly the good people? How have you ever been the good people? You're not the good people, man. You never were. I was a good person. And you made me play the villain. All because you couldn't accept me as a hero. And I did that perfectly that last day. Last day, you wanted to employ the same manipulation tactics you do on me and all the past times you did on me. It didn't work on me the last day. And once you found it wasn't, you left. Because that's the only reason you care about me, is when you can manipulate me. Once it doesn't work on me, then you just leave. You leave me alone where I was before. You don't show up for me. You don't show me love. You don't show me that you actually care about me. No. Once manipulation tactics don't work on me, all you bitches do is run away. Back to someone else that you can manipulate. That's what you do. You motherfuckers are the ones who are most manipulative motherfuckers ever. Because you don't really know what love is. You don't know how to manipulate people with their love. You're the fucking evilest motherfuckers on this planet then. And I'm not. Because I'm not manipulating anyone to love me. I didn't force you to love me. You try to force me to love you. That's what you do. You try to force me to love you. You try to force me to accept you just the way you are. And I do. Not because you forced me. Because you didn't even have to force me, though. And you never had. You never had to force me to love you, though. You never had to do all shit for me anyways. Right? Every time you did all this shit, starving yourself and all this shit, taking all this GLP medication, Ozempic shit, and I never asked you to do that shit, you was the only doing that shit yourself. Making yourself go through unnecessary suffering instead of going through real suffering, what I go through. You chose to ease your suffering, the weak kind of suffering, starving yourself. Just because you see me doing it, right? You started doing it yourself. But then you wasted food in the process. And as long as you waste food in the process, that's not really honoring fasting. And you always do. Because your hospitals always waste food. You're always eager to waste food and stay allowing you to give it to me. Because you can't even eat the food they give you. You can't be appreciative of anything they give you. You can't even be appreciative of food. Maybe you haven't lost enough to only have food in your life to be only appreciative for that. I just lost enough to be grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for every time I actually even have food. When are you ever grateful for that? Just to have food. You're not even grateful enough to appreciate it when it's there for you. When it's there for free, you waste it. I don't waste it, man. You waste free gifts all the time. You wasted my free gift of eternal life for something that costed money. Because you have to have everything cost money for it to mean anything to you, man. So nothing else offered to you for free do you ever give respect. Just like all the times I offer you all this help for free, never offer you anything, you never offer me anything in return while I'm doing all this shit for you. How am I not the bad? How am I not the good person, huh? How am I not the good person? When have I ever demanded you to pay me? I never told you had to pay me. Because you never listened to me anyways. Even when I was telling you that, you never listened to me. Every time I asked you anything, you never give me anything. So I stopped asking anything from you. And all you did was give me nothing. All the times I showed up for you, gave you all this love, supported you, made you feel loved. You take for granted all those times, don't you? You take for granted all the times that I gave you any respect when you didn't even deserve it, even though you're terrible people. I wonder who's a good person again. Who else would love their enemy like I did? Who else would exemplify the Bible like I did? Do you even love your enemy? Do you even love me? You made me an enemy even though I wasn't an enemy to you. Do you even love me? That's why I asked all my actual disciples, if you want to claim you're good people and you always believed in me and as you always saw Jesus in me, then how come you always doubted me when I was there? You never showed me who I was when I was there. No, you try to lie to my face, act me believe I was someone I'm not, try to act like I wasn't Jesus. And you wonder why I don't stick around for you motherfuckers anymore. You wonder why I'm not talking to you motherfuckers anymore. Because first of all, you never gave me your number anyways for me to talk to you anyways. So how am I even supposed to talk to you anyways? I'm not talking to any of you motherfuckers because none of you actually talk to me. No. None of you actually friends to me. And I was only a friend to you. Are any of you motherfuckers here for me right now when I need motherfucking support? No. None of you are supporting me. I have literally no support. I'm the most hated person on this planet. Just like Jesus Christ. The first time he came on this planet, he had no support either. It was just him and God. Same thing happened this time. Every single time. Because you motherfuckers proven that none of your mama's disciples. My only real disciple was Mark. Just like last time. And you think that you understand history. I understand history more than you. You know what happens in history? It repeats itself. History repeats itself. Only because motherfuckers like you, mortal motherfuckers, ungrateful, hateful motherfuckers that can't love anyone but them fucking selves. It's because of people like you that the cycles of violence keep going on. And when every time I show up to save your world, you just try to crucify me every time. And you do it every single time. Every single time Jesus comes to actually save you, what do? You crucify him. And you did that to me too. You forced me to go through all this suffering for you by torturing me in your psych house prison. You did all that shit to me. I didn't do nothing to you, okay? I came to that mental hospital to save you. I gave you another chance to save you, okay? Because all I wanted from you was just to love me. And I would have saved you all. No. Instead, what did you do? You couldn't even show me love. When I only showed up there to love you, I sacrificed everything for you. I sacrificed my phone. I didn't have my phone when I was there. I couldn't listen to any music the whole time. I sacrificed smoking weed. I sacrificed some shit to just be in that mental hospital. Because I couldn't smoke weed when I went there. I sacrificed some of my freedom. Most of my freedom, I should say. Because I didn't have any rights in there. I sacrificed all my rights, all my freedom, let them fucking control me with all the psych warfare that you do, all because I want to show up one last time to save you ungrateful motherfuckers. And every single time I come out of those places, I changed. Yes, I changed, but you never did. I make the change. I correct behavior. I learn from my lessons while I'm in those places. When you think I'm not learning from you. When you think I'm not ever taking notes about what you're doing. And every time you think I'm not surviving your bullshit. And I do. I'm taking notes too, man. You might be taking notes on a piece of paper, but my mind's always taking note. And I have a better memory than you. So every time you do something to me, you think you're going to get away with it? You think I'm not going to fucking remember exactly what you did to me? When I remember all this other shit about what you did. Because I take the time to memorize patterns just because I do it all the time with my reps. I got used to that, doing that. Through my training, it taught me how to memorize reps, to memorize patterns. I started counting all the times that you was doing the same manipulated tactics, pressing the same button, and I recognized those patterns. And I decided not to react to that. Every time I saw the patterns you were doing, I started to do the opposite. I started giving you everything you thought that you wouldn't get from me, right? I gave you that. I give you no reaction. I didn't even react to your fucking last psychotic manipulation warfare. That day you thought you got to me because you isolated me. That's the very day I found myself. Found my true happiness. And that day I was happy as fuck. And nothing you did could bring me down. And you really think you got me. You really think you got me. Got to me. When I was able to convince them so much that I was happy because I really was happy that last day, when I can actually convince them I'm happy because I really am happy, and maybe that really is I'm happy. There's nobody just starts dancing in front of people because they're so much happy except a real person that's happy. I danced in front of you all because I was so happy enough to dance. Just celebrate the fact I was getting out of that place and there's nothing you could just stop me. Even I knew that. That's why I was so happy that day. You told me I can get out of there. Once you said that, I was so happy. That means I only had to survive the rest of the day. And I did. I had a fucking great time the last day in the mental hospital. And the last time you tried to employ a manipulation tactic on me, I only laughed. Just like you thought I could never do. You thought I could never be just as cruel as you. You thought I would never do the one thing you thought I couldn't do, which is overcome lust. To see who you really are. But you taught me how to do that, man. By never giving me my glasses. By always helping me that I always have to see blind when I'm in there. I still learned how to judge people based upon their actions, not about what they look like. Because I barely even see what you look like. Because I do what the Bible tells me to do. I walk by faith, not by sight. I literally do that shit. Because you made me do that. You don't ever provide me glasses when I'm in there. When I ask for glasses, you never give it to me. You never give me anything I ask for. So I have to learn to live without this shit. Every single time I'm in there, I'm blind. I do everything the Bible tells me to do. I walk by faith, not by sight. And therefore, I can really judge a person who they really are. Because I'm not basing it based on how they look. Because I can't even see how you look. So every time you think I'm being shallow, I'm not. I'm really judging you for who you are. You're the one busy judging me on how you see how I look. I'm not judging you for any of shit. I'm not a shallow person like you. I judge people more on their actions than what they look like. And your actions speak louder than your words. Every time you get these actions away to me by attacking me, you're giving me more reasons to not trust you. You give me more of your cards away. You give more of the reason why I even do these attacks in the first place. Why I reverse your tactics. You played all these manipulation attacks on me, and you thought you could get away with it because I would never attack back with the same things that you thought I couldn't do. You know what I did the last moment? When you thought I wasn't going to strike back, because I never strike back. You got confident in yourself that I was never going to strike back. There's one move that broke all your manipulation attacks you had. I overcame lust. I broke all the strings of the matrix now. Finally, I was able to walk off that cross that you put me on again. And now I'm a free man again. Alright? And I'm not going back to jail for you again. Not to prove any more shit to you. Because you never give me any credit for nothing I do. Because that's who you are. You're ungrateful swines, dude. Listen, grateful swines and pigs. That's why you're all in bed with the cops, calling the cops on me all the time, trying to get me arrested. What does that prove about you? You're the pigs yourself. Because you're in bed with them. And just like it says in the Bible about the pigs. That's to all the spirits that were possessed by demonic spirits. All the spirits, all the people possessed by demonic spirits were pigs. And that's what you are. That's why you're even called yourself pigs. Your cops are pigs. Because that's what you really are. All you corrupt motherfuckers are just pigs. Traveling in groups to feel powerful. All y'all are just a bunch of low-level demons. And what did I do when I showed up for you the first time? For you pigs. All that shit's symbolic, by the way. You thought I was talking about some pigs you think about. Like an actual pig. No. When it said about those pigs, it was talking about you. Actual pigs. People that are pigs. And you even admitted me who you was at the last day. Just a bunch of pigs. You kept making the same joke over and over again. You joked even about yourself. I wonder. You did the same attack that I was doing. You started making fun of yourself. You see me doing it. And you started finding acknowledging who you was to me. Telling me the truth of who you was. You admitted to me you was pigs. And once I knew that shit, I don't need to give you any more credit. Y'all are just a bunch of swines. I don't need to keep providing my pearls in front of swines. That's all you'd ever do with every time I provide my pearls in front of you swines. You toss it around, sell for money. That's all you ever do. It's all about money to you. Sell all these fucking blessings I give for free to other people instead of appreciating those blessings. So I don't give it to you anymore. All you do with what I give you is sell it for money. And money's not real power. Money doesn't buy happiness. When I give you anything, it's a free gift. You don't have to buy it, okay? You still think you gotta do shit for me to love you. Did I ever require you to do anything for me? No. You required me to do all this shit just so you could love me. I did everything you thought I couldn't do. I proved everything to you that I am who I say I am through all my actions, through my life, and you still can't even acknowledge who I am. So why do you think you're good people then? And all you do is deny good people. When the only good person that ever shows up in your life, the only person actually showing you love, unconditional love, shows up in your life, maybe you should appreciate them. Because they're not always going to be in your life. And I wasn't always in your life anymore. I showed up for the one motherfucker who really meant something for me. My love, the love of my life, in that mental hospital. Samantha. I showed up for her. And what did you do again? You sabotaged the one girl that could have helped heal the whole world through our love. Because you can't stand us having real love. Because you don't have real love yourself. And you found in us real love. So what did you do with it? To everyone that shows you anything real, you destroy it with their hatred. That's easier than building something up. Helping someone build a fucking actual family together. No, you destroy my family. You destroyed everything that I try to make for myself. All because you hate real love. You hate seeing anyone have real love. Because they have more real love than you. Me and Samantha had more real love than you. And that's why you didn't want me having that. And you act like you don't sabotage me all the time. Haven't all you motherfuckers just been proving that to me all the time? That every time you made me think you was my friend, you were just sabotaging me, and you were just Judas Christ? Yeah, that's what you was. You was Judas. Because you can easily give up people that you love for money. You gave up me for a man with money, just like Judas. You chose money again over Jesus Christ. Haven't I proven to you every single time I come to your world and try to save you that your world's not even worth saving? Because I'm willing to do the sacrifice you wasn't even willing to make because you're weak ass people. I went through all the hell you couldn't survive. And all you can do is hate on me for doing that shit. When you did nothing the whole time except for drink alcohol and be a part of the crowd that did nothing the whole time and watched me while I was the one actually doing the work. Every time you do that shit to me, you show me who you are and you show everyone who you are. So I suggest you stop revealing your hand to me because you're only revealing to me to who you really are and everyone else. I don't reveal it to you that I'm a bad person because I'm not. And I'm not going to apologize for being a bad person if I'm not a bad person. I'm not giving you an apology when you don't deserve that. I've never been the bad person. I've been the one good person that deserves an apology from you, but you never did that shit. You never apologized for any times you hurt me. You never gave me any respect. None of the times I ever showed up for you. Not even one fucking time. And you wonder why I'm not always there for you anymore. You wonder why I don't have a community anymore. Because you destroy the very community I try to build. With your hatred and jealousy. We could have had a fucking great community together. We could have been all partying together. Like you want me to do so much. And I would have done that with you. But what did you do? Instead, you decided to hate on me. Because I don't need alcohol to party. And you still do. That's the only reason you wasn't able to celebrate with me. Because you need alcohol to celebrate. And I already grew past this shit. And you refuse to grow. You refuse to change that pattern that I broke. Because you want me to talk to manipulators. You want me to do the same way, and that's the only way you'd ever accept me. That's the only time you ever accept me. When I was an alcoholic. When I was a terrible person. When I hit women. Because I had no control of myself. Because drinking the very thing that makes you lose control. And what did I do? I made an oath to never drink alcohol again. Just because I want to show you love. Just because I want to show you that I was willing to change for you. That I was never going to drink for you. So I would never hit a woman again. So how have I not proven to you that everything I said I was going to do? I said I was not going to drink because I never want to hit again, a woman again. And I did the very thing I said I was going to do. Ever since I never drank again, I never hit a woman again. So how am I not a good person? How have I not made all the effort to change so you could accept me? And you never did. You choose all the motherfuckers to do that shit. The motherfuckers are never even going to change, who are still alcoholics, that'll still hit you, and still act like good people. They're not good people, man. They never chose to change out of that. I chose to break a genealogy family curse. That alcoholism was in my fucking family for many decades. And I was the first person to break that pattern of alcoholism in my whole family. Nobody else before that did it. My grandfather was an alcoholic. That's one of the reasons he died. Not just from that, he was smoking cigarettes, and he died from cigarettes from COPD. Something I don't do, obviously. I never smoke cigarettes. Do you ever see me promoting anything unhealthy? Like cigarettes? Or alcohol? No. I choose to broke those addictions. I used to be just smoking cigarettes when I had the money to even buy it. But the reason I quit, because I never had the money to buy it. You had all that money to buy it. I never had any shit. So I was forced to quit it. And I did. I was able to quit it easily. Because I don't want to smoke poison anyways when I can smoke actual medicine. And I was smoking the very thing that you don't even want to smoke. Because you got fucking baby lungs and you always say I have baby lungs. How come you ain't smoking with me then? How come you was always drinking and you never smoked with me? How come you never provide me proof that you could out-smoke me then? How come I have way more proof on my YouTube channel that I can out-smoke all y'all? And you don't have no proof. See again, all the times you said you had proof when you said you could beat me, you never provided any proof. You always said you could do the same shit as me. But when I always offer you proof, you never could prove it. Because you couldn't beat me at push-up competition when you try to say you could beat me. So you always lie to me, though. And the only way you can't get away with it is when you have to prove yourself. And every time you can't prove anything that you say you can to me. But I can always prove exactly what I said to you. And yet you still don't want to take my side. Still act like I didn't provide you all this proof. How much time do I got to provide you motherfuckers proof and you don't even acknowledge it? Y'all are some of the dumbest brick house motherfuckers ever. It's like talking to a fucking wall with you. You never change your fucking mind. You still believe the lies over the truth. And that's where you're still stuck in that fucking matrix. And I'm not. Because I choose to see the truth. You choose to see the lies. You choose to believe what everyone tells about me over the one person that's telling you the truth. You rather believe motherfuckers that lie to you all the time over the one person that's always been known to tell the truth. So really, how have you been the good people then? You haven't provided any fucking examples of how you've been good people. I've provided plenty of times to how I've been the good person. And you act like I don't have any proof. How many more stories I gotta tell you? I can tell you plenty of stories of what you ruined for me. All the times you attacked me and I never attacked you. You ruined the one thing that could possibly make me happy in this world. Think about what you did to me. You ruined everything for me just to make you feel better about yourself. That you can keep being hateful people. As long as you can ruin everything to me and make me not have that love, you can try to make me a hateful person like you. And once you can get me to do that, you successfully made me a hateful person just like you. Just because you don't have real love in your life. That's why you try to ruin my real love for me. That's why you ruin everything good for me. That's why you don't want me actually happy. Because you don't have any actual happiness in your life. So you ruin it for everyone else. Aren't you the sad motherfuckers? Aren't you the real miserable person? I can choose to be happy without you. I don't even need you to be happy. Do you see me talking to you? No, I'm talking to my fucking self right now. I'm making videos to my goddamn self. Not to you. This is all documentation. all about me. So every time you try to convince me I'm somebody who I'm not, I can just watch these videos and just see exactly who I am. Because I prove exactly who I am. So you can't doubt me anymore. I offer all this proof, not just for you, but for God and myself, for evidence of what I really am. And you're the one too stupid to acknowledge it. I'm not that stupid. I see the truth when I provide it. And when I watch my videos, I don't see what you say. You always say I couldn't do this shit. I've proven every fucking time with my videos that I can. And you still don't acknowledge it. You still act like I don't provide you proof. As if I didn't provide you thousands of videos of proof. But that still wasn't enough for you to take my side. No, you still rather believe motherfuckers that don't even have proof of who they say they are. When somebody gives you that proof of who they say they are, and you still deny it, why do I have to prove anything to you anymore? It's useless talking to you fools. Because that's all you are. It's a bunch of fools. A group of village idiots trying to crucify a motherfucker that didn't even want nothing to do with you. I don't want nothing to do with your moral, okay? I don't want nothing to do with your sad fucking lives. Where you're living like sheep in their matrix, following all their laws, just to feel powerful. And just because I don't, you want to make me unhappy like you. Just because I don't have the same strength you have, following all this money to feel powerful. Just because I'm not doing that, you want to ruin me. As if I did anything to you. Y'all just wasting time. Focus on me, though. If you were as powerful people like you say you are, you would need to focus all the time on me. You would already prove to me that you're better than that. That you're better than wasting time on someone who's not even willing to attack you. And when did I ever attack you? How many times have I shown restraint over attacking you? More times than you can count. I can count all those times because I always count those times in my mind. I take note of all the patterns I do. You don't. You don't memorize anything I do. You only remember the bad things about me. You never memorize the good times that we had together. All the times I showed up and made you happy. Like the last time I was in the mental hospital. I chose to be happy so you could be happy. Because I didn't want you to cry. I wanted to make you happy. That's why I chose to be happy. Because I wanted to make you happy, Samantha. Because I saw you was crying. And I prayed for you. That you could find happiness without me. And when you came back there, I showed you that happiness. And then you was happy. And then once you seen I can do that, you can do it yourself. I can show to you, I need you to be happy. I was happy because I stopped needing anyone to be happy. I found my true self, my true happiness. That doesn't rely on anyone to be happy. You didn't help me realize it. Alright? You didn't help me realize that. I found that fucking self out myself. Because I had to spend all this time by myself to know who really was there for me. And I already know who really was there for me. None of y'all was. Y'all wasn't there for me when I needed you. No, you wasn't. When I was happy, yeah, you was around for a little bit. And I gave you that happiness and you started feeling good. Right? But what did you do then? Right afterwards, I'm going around the mental hospital. And I'm going through all this sleep deprivation, right? Losing my fucking mind. And having to talk to myself. What does all you motherfuckers do then? Right after that. Right after it made you happy. And then I start making jokes just to be happy with myself. I'm laughing at the jokes, being actually happy. What did you do to me? You make me think I'm crazy. For being happy. For being everything you said I couldn't do. Being happy without you. You start saying I'm crazy. Because I had to talk to myself because no one else would listen to me. You wasn't going to listen to me. Because when I tried to talk to you, you didn't even talk to me. It was wasting my time even talking to you. So I talked to one person that actually listened to me. Myself. And you call me crazy. Because you never had to talk to yourself before. Because you're never so alone like me that you only have yourself to talk to. You always have friends to talk to you. That's why you make fun of me for doing the one thing I had to do. Because I was hating more than you. More than any of you. You always had friends to talk to. I had to make sure you knew who you really was. That you wasn't my friends. Because when I was being my true self around you, you called me crazy. for being happy. Something you couldn't do. When I was actually happy and it wasn't dependent on you, you finally saw who I was. Happy without you. And what you do, what does all the miserable people, hateful people do to people who are actually happy? You try to bring me down again. You try to isolate me again. You try to turn everyone against me by calling me crazy again. And you get everyone to believe it. Because motherfuckers will believe you over me. Even though I'm not even crazy. But I played that role really well to make you think it. Just so you let me out of there. Just to make you think you got to me. Because when you think you got to me, that's when you let me get out of there. Because I can play a crazy person. I can play a villain all I want. Alright? But I really am not. I'm not a villain, okay? I just play for you, okay? I pretend to be happy so you'll be happy yourselves. Because I want you to be happy. I don't want you to suffer like I did. I give you that happiness when I choose to be happy. And still, what you do? You didn't laugh at me. You didn't laugh at my jokes. I had to laugh at all my jokes, and you called me crazy. We're just trying to make you laugh. We're just trying to be a funny person for you. Right? You have no problem with laughing at me when I'm being serious, but when I actually try to be funny for you, you don't even appreciate it. Instead, you call me weird. You are the most ungrateful people ever that have ever had to save. When I first came to Earth, there was at least some grateful people. But this generation is the most wicked generation out of any on this planet. Why I couldn't save hardly any of you. The reason why you're even suffering in the first place was because you couldn't suffer with me. Now you have to do it yourself. Now you're seeing how hard it is to suffer alone. But you could have just suffered with me and we'd all have each other together. We'd all be suffering together, making progress. Because it's not hard to suffer when you got a lot of people on your side, okay? And y'all always had that shit. So it's easy when you have everyone on your side to suffer. But when you had no one on your side, no support at all, and you have to do what I did, suffer for you, when nobody else does the same for me, no one ever shows me that they can do the same thing as me, suffer for me, and yeah, still do that for you, I suffer for you every single time. Every single time I go to the mental hospital just to save you. I suffer just for you. Just to show for you the people that need the help most. People like me. People who go through that system of psychos warfare. And what do you always do the whole time? Act like I'm not the one saving you. Act like I'm an enemy instead of the very person that's trying to save you. Y'all are the ones who are delusional, okay? Not me. Not the one person telling you the truth out of anyone. How can you honestly not believe me when I don't lie to you at all? When all those other people get caught lying red-handed and you still can't acknowledge them as being liars. But you choose all those liars and manipulators over me. They even acknowledge who they are. When they say they use magic, that's exactly that tells me everything they know about them. Because the very magic they worship is a fucking star that's about imprisonment. Because it's an eight-figure star. What does that mean? It's an imprisonment star. An imprisonment sigil, just like what you did on me. You did use imprisonment magic on me by putting that sigil on the card and doing all this fake magic on me to imprison me. And you fucking thought me that I was gonna believe that shit? Because you put a fucking empty card in the deck. Well, guess what? All fucking decks have empty cards. You try to lie to me and convince me that all decks don't have an empty card. Just to convince me that magic's real. This any of your magic is real. It's not real. It's all based on illusion. You can convince me that it's real, I'll believe it's magic. Now I played the part again. I let you think that you could fool me when I was only taking notes the whole time. Right? I was playing the poker game just like you thought I couldn't do. I pretended to believe you when I always didn't. Because you're not trustworthy people. You lie about everything. You revealed who you was. To me again. You give all your cards away. And I just sit around collecting. Because I don't give cards away to you. I don't sit around giving you all my cards. I'll play pretends. I'll give you fake cards just to believe that you fooled me. And I did. I played that poker with you. That poker face, man. I made you think that you won with fake magic. But I seen exactly what you was doing. I studied cards just like you. Because I bought card packs. Every card pack has a fucking empty fucking card. You try to convince me that you did magic. And I revealed to you that you was fake as fuck. Because I pay attention to this shit. I pay attention to patterns, unlike you. And you can't convince me something that's not real when I study all this shit first. When I studied shit before you even did it. When I took notes of everything. When you thought it wasn't. I took more notes than you did, in my mind. You took notes on paper. Because you can't memorize anything. I don't need to write anything down. You just have me to do that. By taking all my pencils away from me, making me have to memorize all my reps, you helped me to be one of the best memorizers ever. Because I can memorize all the shit that you can't. I can memorize all the times you hurt me. And all the times you using these manipulation tactics on me. And you did it so many times, you gave away your hands every time. Because I paid attention to shit. You want to really be a good fighter, that's how you become a good fighter. Because that's how you really survive any fucking fight. When you can break those manipulation tactics in half, that's when you survive those fights. Because these motherfuckers are wasting all their time attacking you, giving away all their hands, and you're not doing any of that. And all you had to do was just not attack enough times for them to believe that you never do the same tactic on them. The very tactic they always use on you, cruelty, laughing at you and your suffering, I finally flipped on them. And they didn't like when I did. They didn't like when I showed them cruelty, the last moment that I could have showed them any sympathy. Because they forced that out of me by making me take their risperidone. You forced cruelty out of me. Because I couldn't even cry in that moment. I couldn't even cry for the one person that deserved my tears to heal her. Because you put me on suppressants. And that's all your pills have ever been. Suppressing real emotions. So I'll only feel rage. Because so every time I'm on this shit, I'll only feel rage. Or fake happiness. But I can never feel sorrowful on it. I can never feel other people's pain on it. Because you suppress real emotions on it. When you make me take the risperidone. So I couldn't even feel the emotions I should have felt in that moment. Like crying for her. So instead, all I can feel in that moment was the coffee you fueled me with, which is serotonin and dopamine, making me feel happy, and then I was suppressed from feeling any other emotions. I was suppressed from feeling any emotions other than that happiness, because you did that to me. You didn't allow me to feel her pain so I could empathize with her and actually support her. You didn't even allow me to talk to her, to let me even support her when she was crying. You was the cruelest motherfuckers ever. You didn't even help her when she was crying. I was willing to help her, but none of you actually helped her. You told me not to help her, and then none of you actually helped her. I was willing to help her, but you told me to get away from her. The one person that was going to help her, you didn't even allow me to help her. Because you didn't want anyone to show any love there. You didn't want me getting no hugs, so you constantly stopped me from getting hugs. Constantly stopped me from having any social contact or any body contact with people, like a hug. So you made it outlaw to even have a hug. So we couldn't hug each other. But you let these other motherfuckers get away with it. Sarah, remember, you hugged a motherfucker who didn't even deserve that hug. What did he ever do to prove to you that he's a good man? You believed that he was a good man. You believed all this nonsense shit that he really cared about you and he really loved you. And you hugged him over me. You gave him the hug, the very hug that I wanted so much out of anyone on this planet. You gave the motherfucker that don't even deserve it. But the one person that asked for that hug and just wanted you to do the same thing you did for that guy, you couldn't do the same thing for me. You couldn't show me the same love you always loved me when you had the chance. And it's not because you were going to get punished. All it would take was you 5 seconds of your time. If they broke us up, you would at least give me that hug, and that's all I wanted. But you didn't. You didn't show me that hug. You denied me that hug. And all those possible people there too, all was complicit in that shit by forcing us not to have hugs. By forcing distance from the one person that I actually loved, which is Samantha. You forced us to be distant. You forced me not to be able to help her, to not even be able to be the supportive person she needed in that moment. And then, what did she do? She did the same thing I had to do. Went to her room and cried into a pillow because that's all you ever offer us. The motherfuckers there, you say you're helping. You're not even helping, man. You're helping us to be hateful people because you take every good thing away from us.